Welcome to the Late Night Par Season 6, Episode 1. Happy New Year, everybody.
Yeah.
Missed you.
Yeah.
What's going on? It's like, Happy New Year to everybody who's watching. Happy New Year to everybody who's listening.
Yeah, we're out here.
Late Night Par on Twitter and at the Late Night Par on IG. And on YouTube, you just search the Late Night Par. You're going to find us on Very Culture. And we're back here again at CoWork. You see me situated in the heart.
Yo, what's Sasha, bro?
Sasha feels great. It's a new year, new me, you know.
New
week. New year, new
week. New week. Oh, that sounds very Jamaican.
So you don't know. Get it out the way. You know it's a loud mouth. You don't know. It's your boy. Yannick Reed. A.K.A. at the therapist. SOL.
Oh, God. You know somebody DM me about your name?
Oh, God. What them say?
No, they're like... Because when I think you're speaking your name and they're like, oh my God, I've been saying it wrong all this
What
time.
were they saying?
Yeah.
Basic.
But that person is weird. Why would say that?
No, that's what I'm saying. It used to happen a lot.
So I'm going to tell me, what? Dog, I heard the weirdest one the other day. I don't remember. It was therapy or something.
Therapy style.
Yeah, therapy style.
Yeah, man. Chronic's inventing that.
Therapist style.
So, but that is so bad.
Yeah, not so bad.
That one is yeah.
I like that.
I mean, if it's good enough for chronic.
I mean.
Speaking of chronic.
Hi. It's me. Back with the inches like I promised.
Back with them inches. Yo, what's something I go pull up? I tell you. Back with the inches.
Good one.
I don't know why Sash would say that.
But it's starting off the year. Okay.
I put them inches for you. So like a current R&B song, bro.
Oh, so it's Sashania. You can follow me on Instagram at Sashania91 and follow me on Twitter at its_shans_BTW.
All right, Rochelle. Dunk it for 2020.
I got it. It's Rochelle. It's at @ultra_rush on both Twitter and Instagram.
Bang!
Easy.
Hey man, you don't know it's Kango at Heatwave Fatalic.
AKA supplement boss! Man, say it!
Yeah man,
We're
we're out here for 2020, isn't it?
Love it.
March, the data drop, you know what I mean?
Step into your power.
But I'm March in here now.
Yo, before we dive in, we have the one member repping from the Braf Info session.
One is the loneliest number.
Jordan is like, my time to shine. All those others.
Jordan's way on Twitter and Instagram as Lodo. The real talent for the damn thing now, isn't it?
The toxic tall man.
Wow, you could. That's actually okay.
Yeah, don't
That's
think
terrible. That's
tall man.
terrible.
Yo, that's a Jordan Twitter name by next week.
That's what I'm saying. He's changing it right now. I like that shit.
But
no man, that shot's still for real.
so how was Christmas, guys?
Eventful.
Oh,
Was it really?
no pun intended.
The holiday.
Bro, Christmas was weird.
What you mean?
Christmas never weird to you?
I
Why?
enjoyed it.
Weird how.
Like, the way it just chop up, it's like it just happen on the normal things in holiday. It just had the normal things holiday. Like holiday just
Yeah, it did feel weird.
And then cause I was doing things on the weekend,
Oh.
and then like in the week we did have other things other than
No, like for
whether
the
it's
whole,
party or family shit
for
or
the
whatever.
whole 2 weeks, like leading up to Christmas and like after New Year's, I was like, work really happen?
Bro, yes.
Like you go to work and it's just like
Yeah, wasn't there like a period where you guys would have like 2 days of
days
work
of
and then
in
go
our
back?
work. I was like,
Exactly.
what?
Dog.
Are
And
we
we did have
really
things to
doing
do.
work and you're trying to do work, but everybody is like out of office. So it's like
Why am I here?
I felt like that, except I don't work in an office, so it's
that's
worse.
what it was. You just felt like a plebs because you never go on vacation like everybody else.
Yeah.
Yo, them time they did nice, cause you can dip and go.
No, it's so
you know what I
boring.
mean?
That's because you're not really just away.
I think I'm taking vacation next Christmas because it's lame. Like,
No.
what you here? What you doing?
No man, you'll take the free money.
Oh, you mean vacation outside of the country?
Like, no, just not go to
No,
work.
not go to
Oh,
work.
that's it.
Because it's like we're there, like there's nothing
Nothing
to
to
do.
do.
Yo,
And then come January, everybody, all of a sudden, everything is important and urgent, and now you need to.
So wouldn't you want to take leave when all of a sudden everything is important and urgent?
So take it in January instead.
Think about
Smart move.
Yo, come on, bro. I'm here like, yo, why you want to take leave when no work is happening? That's the perfect time to be at work.
Yeah.
No, you say that until you sit down in an office just like...
Alone.
Getting paid to do nothing alone sounds great.
You said just bring the fun to work. Yo, me they enjoy holiday. Yo, me get eggnog galore. Did I think about eggnog on the last one?
Yo, I got Yannick here and the man bust. I say, yo, you have the thing, bro.
Oh my God.
Like, yeah.
Eggnog.
No, but about 6 different type of eggnog.
Well, I'm very happy, and I hope you
global
keep.
Like Yannick.
Yeah, because I see foreign people are saying eggnog and something. But anyways, I hope you keep these contacts for the next year because we're not here.
Casey.
Yeah, Casey.
Okay, because we're
I'm
not
working with Casey and big up yourself, Adam. Casey and Adam, and also
Right, Quiet Perry.
Hold that drop
Oh, we're not getting no eggnog from Quiet Perry.
Quiet Perry was in the eggnog video with Casey.
when they were making
That's
eggnog.
different.
When them make delivery.
When they make it, never watch it.
Oh no, I didn't watch it. But yeah, so Casey makes a really good eggnog.
So good. You're all right for next year because
And
we're not
Adam
here
makes
for
a
it.
great eggnog. And I got some punch de creme from friends. It's nice, but it's slightly different. But you know what I mean? So we won't have this dilemma.
I got
next
teach
year.
Yannick still because I made punch a creme and it's easy, bro.
You made
And mine
it?
did slap, yeah.
Yo,
I see you say you cook up
has been
over
hearing my
Christmas.
dilemma for over 3 years.
First
now,
of
so
all, I
that's a
made it
new
for New Year's, you see me? Like, and I didn't make it because of you. I made it for my mother.
Oh,
I
mama.
want to like that stuff. You see
So,
me?
so basically, the man I said, "Fuck you, I'm only gonna do this for my mother."
What?
Okay.
The rest of my mother food. Walk.
No, I'm with my mother drinks.
Okay.
You make it seem like.
The man make it seem like the worst to get the worst.
Oh, white.
But yeah, man, Christmas did it up, man. Have a vibe.
Yeah, I had fun. Yeah, the all of late night party was at Yosh.
Yeah.
It's hot.
At separate places.
Sorry.
But
They disappointed, bro.
With what with Yush?
Yeah, cause Yosh usually slap. This
Yeah.
time they just, we never vex them, but it never slap.
No wine,
They
you
never
never
vibe,
keep.
but- What?
No wine, you never keep.
I was looking hot. Okay.
so that's your bar for how much fun you have.
No,
after
I
that?
was
No, man,
bored, but me did hot. Me sad, so me never get to be hot and fun.
Hot and bothered.
You don't say. No, but for real, no wine, you never keep. I feel like that's problematic.
Them never play Nusa, which is the biggest problem.
For real. No,
Like, how
ladies
do you
are-
not play Nusa?
Sister Marion said don't play her song, them in the dance.
Them never play none of the like me say Nusa. Them barely touch a Tanya. Like no, you
Them
can't
not
play
play-
all its dance all and don't play it.
Oh, no,
I had fun still, but I said Capleton time could have just divided in a half.
Bro, I feel like the man them were
He was on stage for 40 minutes.
I must say.
You know what? I was drunk, so I never even know how long he was there.
So you're drunk? I
I know
never
it was
know this.
long, but I didn't know how long.
No man.
Wrap it up, quick.
But did that time it call when him come on me and say, yo.
I saw
The-
people like, yeah, but I'm like, yo, when I'm drunk, I have poor sense of time. Like, I'm like, okay,
But
I'll
they just
clap too.
vex. Come we go Unruly Fest. And I enjoy Capleton.
Yeah, but
I
not,
never want to see him 2 days later.
But you never know.
Nothing personal, bro.
But
But when him
it's-
fall,
but-
I was like, yo, again.
It wasn't a surprise.
Big up Nico,
Yeah,
though,
but
literally
Yo,
one good
Nico set
DJ.
was
As always, is it me?
a spiritual moment.
But
I
Nico
swear.
was throwing some shade, you know, like he was like, you are going to play a song, but me not have no big team with a bag of money to press my button then when we need to go. And I was like, fuck no. This is why I'll creep them.
I didn't hear that.
You never heard it?
you never did? Wow.
He said,
You would tell me same so that.
yeah, but this is
No,
why
but
I'll
I'm
creep
saying that I
them.
never heard
We're
it.
standing at the foot of the stairs, you know.
Yo, no man, I feel like that tea I get like
It was like,
off here.
So can go on DJ bias, him not go get it now.
No, I'm not talking about them sister, bro. I mean, unless you really want to.
no.
It's totally understandable. We're gonna pass over it. So where were you guys on New Year's? Where you guys were on New Year's Eve? I was at a friend's house where they have no food, Indian food too.
Oh, wow.
Free, yeah.
Was there mutton marsala?
Musala.
What? Marsala?
Marsala is the guy.
Marsala Ali.
He makes up Musala.
No, but what you did say before?
Marsala.
Marsala.
But that me hear some
But that's him saying.
Which one is Marsala?
Marsala, the actor.
Is the guy from Moonlight.
They have a thing, though.
It's Musala.
It's Masala.
There's
bro.
no Marsala.
Yeah. No, man, them have chicken, Marsala.
No.
What are you telling me when I'm looking at it?
No, yes.
Italian. That's what I'm saying.
Oh,
it's a
not
type of food,
but it's not Indian.
Let me see that.
No, I know, but it's because you said mutton, that's why I'm not saying I never see that kind of thing. That's what
But yeah, them have.
Indian food.
Oh, we're not global.
Global. I'm sorry.
I
feel.
I'm claiming this one. I know about food.
Yes.
I know about food.
Yes, Yannick, we
You
know.
get
All
me?
right, take your time.
Alright, so you go a place where have Indian food. What did you do for New Year's Eve? Sleep.
You're right.
I don't even remember what I did. Oh, you.
I got them inches for the New Year.
Can you please not? I'm going to cringe every time you say that. No.
It's your fault.
I was talking about my weed.
Oh, yeah, I still have my same, honestly.
You stayed home and slept. What did you do, Sash?
I don't remember.
Got
No.
drunk.
I probably did. I was probably drunk drinking wine, but I don't remember
How
the
you
details.
forget?
She was drunk.
I was. I say I have a poor sense of time when I'm drunk.
She was drunk, man. As the clock started changing,
And I got a lot of wine for my Christmas present. Like my boss
yeah,
gave me
niggas
wine.
always give
I
people
bought
wine.
wine. Like
Do you guys appreciate wine as a
I like wine, so yeah.
From clients and them fucker?
Yes,
Yeah,
once
we
it's
don't get
not
no-
like a wine
You
woman
don't
I
get
like.
wine?
No.
But I guess because I'm always talking about wine, it's easy to buy wine for me.
I don't get nothing.
Wine is expensive, and I like to drink wine, so I'm always open for wine gifts.
Okay, fair.
So like, give more, the more the merrier.
And if you don't want it, it's also something great to save and give
Give
to
back.
somebody.
Exactly.
Or save until you have somewhere to go where you can.
Exactly.
exactly.
Right? So it's like it's
Yeah,
such a
exactly.
good gift.
Wine is a good gift.
Yeah.
Always a good gift.
Where were you?
Bar approved. I was down the road at 100. A par with people.
Oh, I
auntie,
saw
isn't it?
you
Oh,
play
yeah, you were
music.
playing.
It did nice,
And
bro.
the money, how much you get money pull up?
It was so weird, bro.
Did you really get money?
Yes, it was weird, but not from the people them auntie. So it did weird. Like I can't explain it.
Oh, what was
But, like, I
weird?
did reach. I mean, I play from like I play for like an hour. Then one band take over, and then play till 12 o'clock. And then them say, "Yo, I
Yeah,
hear
play
this, you know."
again.
I'm gonna say, "All right, I'm gonna start playing some song," and then some young people forward and.
Them sad dash money.
Yes, it was weird. And a man
much
come,
money
a man say, "Yo, play that song, yeah." I was like,
I would have
the
just
night
played.
that done, I'm say, "All right, just airdrop it," and then airdrop it. And then run money pull up.
Bomba
I didn't have a mic, so
clad.
it was weird. So you know, so usually when people run money pull up, them want to big down. I was like, "No man, just hold this." I was like,
Bomba, so you
Money
secured the
get
bag.
Yes.
"Yo," and it was easy. So
That's
Whoa, that's
good.
That's the energy
starting
we
the
start
year.
in the
Papa,
year.
exactly. I want money pull up too.
Money
you
get
want money
paid.
pull up?
Money pay me to pull up.
Pull up what?
No, stop twisting off my word. Please. Stop twisting
We
my
got a laugh
word.
from the toxic tone, man.
No.
So show our money pull up. I forgot to select the right song in the session.
Anyways,
So,
from one toxic tall man,
To another.
Jordan/Brandon,
you are too toxic.
Jordan
man, that's
Brandon,
real, you know.
to Mr. Future
Drop a wicked song.
and cute girl Lori.
They're in Jamaica.
Girls
as
is
we're
right.
recording
Yo,
this
how
part.
old is she? She's like 23?
She just turned 23.
She just turned 23?
That
Y'all
was her
find out
birthday.
today that she's actually not related to Steve Harvey by
She's
blood.
not.
I
She's
never
in
know.
stepdaughter.
No wonder. She just.
No wonder she-
But she had.
All the gems from Steve Harvey.
What gems? Tell us more.
She take the name for clout, bro.
No, all of the mother's kids
dog.
took his name. All of the mother's kids, and they took his name.
Dog, it's
Like
hilarious.
she had
the
3
name?
or 4 kids. Yeah, from a long time.
Wait, so she had kids and then
The-
them get
How
married?
long? How
I
long
know
they
they have
married? How long they
kids.
married?
I
I'm
don't know.
asking.
So
I don't
they
think they
don't
have
have
any
any kids
kids
together.
together.
So she came with hers and he came with his.
Yo,
This is the black one thing I said there. She's mine.
Yeah.
you nah lie? Lori Harvey mother. She
Fuck.
have played chess, bro.
Fine, yo.
Like, legit.
I love her.
So she raised her daughter right.
Yo, City Girls up now, bro.
It's too early to call it.
No,
now.
Future beaming in those.
It's too
pics,
early
yo.
to call it, guys.
Anybody that has followed Future knows.
Yeah.
This is how it goes. This is how it goes.
Where's the Sierra?
No, but this is
no,
where
but
it
Sierra
goes.
did make big song. My body Your party with him night and see him still give him still.
And then they have
and they have a whole.
Your Future never make a song about Sierra too. About trophy. Who was it about? But it makes song about
but they have a sad song for Hendrix.
about bro, trust me, bro. As Yannick said, it's early.
It's early, man.
Early.
Do remember, that their child together named Future, and Sarah can't call her pick the name, She forgot straight her middle name,
Apparently, she's being charged for a hit and run. So just go on. This is me.
Lori, Lori.
Yeah. Apparently, she's being charged for hit and run.
Hit and run where? Here?
In
No,
LA.
no, in the US.
In LA, I think.
So she run away.
No, that was.
All I'm saying, she try to secure the bug. Is me,
On
I
the
say.
run, bro.
I mean,
Yeah, man, Future better pay
Can't
up
talk
that.
about them serious thing, the dog.
I mean, I don't mind her dating Future at all. I
But you
just
see the
don't-
guy who Future is? You
No,
see that
I
he's
just
that
have a
innocent
my
guy?
little ick is like. Me not like the Future just a breed up all of the people, all of the women them.
You feel like Future what?
Like him just to have babies with everybody, impregnate everybody. I have an issue with that because it's like he's a tick and then him leave you with the little tick on you, which it's sad I'm not calling kids ticks, but it's like they are parasites. It's like for the rest, even if they hate him, Future, sorry, what's your name, Sarah, Joey? Like they always have, and all the
Who is Joey?
Bow ex-baby man. But she cute, she hot.
And Future.
She had a son named Hendrix. So all of them names.
Yo. No, dog. This nigga operates like another plane, dog.
Serious, right?
Like-
It's like him just leave
That's why
the
I'm
little
telling people
piece
let me
of-
too early for call it, dog.
So that's it.
Too
No,
little
man, nah,
IG
like,
post, dog.
if a man left you with a picnic, like
It's not even left with a pitney like that.
Not to trivialize having a child, but he wins still. Like he win the battle of toxicity. Like if that's what we're saying now.
I don't even mind him leaving because relationship mash up, but the word on the street is that he's not really involved because him have so much kids and busy. It's like, how do you, like, it's like you don't have to be literally a single parent with somebody who are going to move on to somebody else. Him could have broke up and be involved. There are parents who broke up and them still take care of them kids. But Future does not, and it's like,
Man of the hip hop
that's
elephant,
my
man.
issue.
The hip hop what?
That's my issue. Like, you can't take care of your kids. You can't just,
average one a year.
like one a year and him have the money, but him don't have the time.
The whole
So-
so, breed our silk, our body up.
Or even if him breed her,
Just mind it.
What that mean? What's that?
Lori.
Abort. That's what it means.
Oh,
That's what the girl them are
oh,
going.
that meme is hilarious, by the way.
I hear them say Lori popular for the baby chop shop still.
Jordan, why Jordan have all the inside?
right?
Toxic.
Jordan have your little Twitter list.
Dog, the man have the man ways, dog. The man is a student in the class of Future, brother.
Oh my god.
No.
I would be disappointed if somebody said that.
No.
I don't have any picnics.
Yo, trust
Keyword
me, bro.
yet.
you see?
No. Probably got
That
one
we
on the
know
way.
of.
That's what niggas say. He have one on the way.
No
but you
call
don't
down
have a
them
kid
thing
yet.
that them thing that easy for do it, yo. Can't do them thing there Jamaica,
Sorry,
yo.
no, January, I get them till Valentine's Day.
Oh my god.
No,
who?
dog. Valentine's too soon.
No, it's not too soon.
Dog, Future.
Yo, you saw a
In
shot,
Future's
yo.
world,
Dog, you saw a
Joe-
shot him with baby mother, dog.
No,
How
no.
legit weeks.
Yo, look, no, legit, I'm going to bring her up on a big birthday trip too. Mega pre when that trip was, because
Oh,
they
no.
broke up right after that,
No, but
right?
everybody, these people like Twitter detectives, them post all
Yeah.
of them and they're like, okay, this is clearly what he does.
Bumble
This is game
girl.
plan.
Sorry.
Where there are roses in all the room and them have all of them.
Okay, so her birthday was
Line up.
October. Like, so she have her watch, her fancy watch, her bag, the 18 watch, October. So,
Whose birthday was in October?
Joey.
Oh, the Bowo. Wait, last October? Like October 2019?
Yes!
Yo, look here, no man. Look here. Look, it's early in the game, bro. Like, we're good over here. We're good on this side. Big up Lori. She giving the women hope for the new year.
Which
I
woman
respect
is she
that.
giving home?
There is a baby, you know, though.
That's what
Oh,
I'm
I
saying.
see a girl that
Baby.
say, I hope Lori breaks Future's heart.
No,
I hope she
How
destroys him.
invested are you like that?
I'm not.
Weird.
Lori's a baby. Me
Yo,
hope same the fuck.
Wait, you said that's weird? You said that's
23,
weird?
how old is Future?
All right, thank you. Thank you very much. That's all I want to hear. You know?
It's
Future.
banter, bro. I mean, well, I hope.
It is
some,
banter.
I feel like some people are genuinely invested in this shit.
Bro, you have some people dog who them living vicariously through
36
Sierra
years.
because them have them toxic ex who do them rough and they want what I call you the name?
Russell Wilson.
Yeah, they want
Russell Wilson is not corny. Doing right by your woman
Why
is
is
not
loving
corny.
your woman corny?
That's you see, so you make him dry out.
That's
not
why-
why he's corny. He's corny independently of his
Oh, I don't know him. I don't know.
Yo, him have some.
I don't know him as a person.
Him have some corny things about him.
Like
still.
what?
Him just you know them like him just you can't explain it.
No,
How you
I
explain
don't know
somebody
him.
being corny?
I don't know him, but you know who else corny?
Who else corny?
Vibes Cartel and that trash ass mistake.
What? Excuse me.
These are the these are the views of Sashanya. You get me?
What's that Shania say?
The views of Sashanya. Thank you.
I just tried to segue.
Yeah,
And I was like-
she said cartel mixtape
The
corny.
mixtape is you just said us. You
No, but I never said it was corny. I don't know if
said
it's corny.
it wasn't disgusting. You said
First
never
of all,
like it.
I said what?
First of all.
No, I said what?
First of all.
No, but you're saying I said it was corny. I didn't say
Not
it was
corny,
corny.
no. But you said it wasn't good.
Yo, man, not lie. My buck a track tree still. Man, not lie, dog.
Oh, okay.
Dog, cartel cannot sing.
It's
people-
behind the scene.
Dog,
Jordan tried playing me pump in a.
and people are encouraged, like, bro, the man cannot sing. What dog? Where you the Jordan?
Are you looking for something to write?
Him
Oh
trying
my
trying
God.
to get the breath info
Are you
sign.
enjoying quality content?
But yo, legit, I listen to thing.
To Tanisha.
Dog, I literally couldn't make it past track 3. And I just stopped. Like, I never revisit it or nothing. I just say, yo, no, I'm not do this.
Okay.
Cause singing, the man can't sing like.
Is sing him sing?
Yes.
I'm glad God.
I hear the album was funnier than it was like anything. like it's something to like laugh at. Like,
Bro, yo, but the thing is, Cartel is talented enough to like DJ and like make it be like with feelings. And
No.
Like, when I try to hear someone sing a Cartel I sing.
How much track did they on the thing?
No, more than
10.
I think it's like 11 or 12.
To Tanisha.
Oh, he got time.
No
He got
shorty
time on
named
his hand.
Yo, you remind me of that meme there. Smells like broke out here.
The views of Sashanya are the views of Sashanya.
I'm not the views of the late
Night
night.
part.
No, but yo,
But what? I don't
you never listen to it. You never listen to it. You never listen to it.
what it look like.
Jordan, listen to it. What you say, Jordan?
Toxic
twice.
tall, man.
What you say,
Had to
Jordan?
take in a toxic
Jordan, I'm going
tape.
to listen twice.
Twice.
They said Tanisha.
The man
King
that have a
come
bad 2019, man, release some music for him, woman. Man, I judge it. You see me, I say. Big up yourself.
Him side woman.
It's all God.
up. Them common law married.
Wonder Woman
But,
lock
dog,
him down.
Oh, it's 10 tracks. So I made it a third of the way through.
Go
almost.
you.
10 tunes to Tanisha.
What you say like that?
It's 10 tunes.
Yo, but dog, what me I say, like, I think it was interesting how the timeline did I react to it still. Like, obviously, enough man did I run joke. Like, I thought that shit was hilarious.
They were so weird.
Yeah, some man did a cry.
Enough meme did I run that, but then some man did I talk about them feelings, and some people I say, oh, so you only talk about no feelings when Cartel drop album all
Yeah,
of
I
a
saw
sudden.
that.
I was like, yo, you can't shame people for talking about them
their
feelings. No,
Anywhere
when they
else?
feel comfortable talking about it, and then turn around and say, why don't men talk about their feelings more? Cause every time man talk about them feelings, it feel
Woman
like
don't
you
want
get
to
cold
know
on,
about
bro.
Those
Woman don't want
tweets-
to hear about man feelings.
Those tweets came from men, though.
You say what
No,
make the tweet
no,
them want to
I
say, you know what
definitely
tweet I saw
I saw
today?
men claim
Men or women or whoever. I feel like
Woman don't
anytime.
want to hear about man feelings.
That's not
brother.
true.
Me no. Because
Yo, but
today-
see how my tweet when you get it to open up so you can throw it at him in the next argument. Yo, but I like.
You know what? No, but then somebody
But
like
did I
reached
dead
out and said,
still?
it's like, you need help, love.
Oh!
And I was just like,
Burn. Yeah, because she had
You need the help, man.
problems.
But I mean, I tell you, enough woman think so, enough woman are consciously think so, but enough woman do it.
let me
No.
start
That's why them bring up small body when time come, or can't fuck.
No,
or your
you
mother
know
this,
what?
or your
I
mother
will
that.
say, I did drop like, yo, you can't get head once just to hurt
Oh
somebody's
no.
ego.
Look there, dog. Look-
But it
look at
was
that.
true, but it was like after the fact, I'm like, oh, can I just tell you something?
Who that is?
Hello! Ali is late because of me. Welcome to the brass
But
info
not
section,
because
Ali.
I'm feelings. It was just like I thought it was constructive criticism.
And you drop it in the argument.
No, it wasn't in an argument.
Oh, that different.
I mean,
Oh, but that
after
different.
yeah, no, not in an argument.
But you
No,
made
no,
it
no.
sound like you did in the
Oh
argument.
no, no.
Oh
no,
yeah.
no, no.
Ooh, something about snacks. We got snacks.
Guys, we have snacks. We
No,
have
but that's
snacks.
true because you don't chew quietly on the mic.
Oh Lord of
See there, you need to tell it, you need to tell it that in confidence, you know.
He never tells me nothing.
She's there.
You don't chew.
You see how she's there?
On the
I'm the
mic.
guest.
Oh yeah, you
He
can't.
was
That
trying to
chair there,
get
bro.
snacks. They saw it.
No, but it's no, Lord have mercy.
No,
That's-
just
is
don't
that
rock. You can
seesaw?
sit, but don't
Guys,
rock.
if you hear a boof,
Is
it's Ali. Or a ping.
So wait, I forget my point. Yeah, man, I want to hear.
What was
Them
the
not
tweet?
care.
Oh, that was the tweet. Oh, sorry.
Them not care, bro.
Yo, that tweet was hilarious.
Bomb to the
'Cause
moon.
I thought it was a joke.
Yo, women are just as stuck. No lie. I'm not finishing.
Yo, for real.
Yo, is violence included in toxic behavior?
Is what? Violence?
Violence?
Yes.
Well, the thing is, the violence kind of stems from the toxicity, isn't it?
Yeah. Right.
So violence is a result of toxicity,
Yeah.
or is it included in toxicity?
It's as a
It's
result.
included,
of-
but as a
it's-
result, I
no.
don't know. I don't know.
It can be
No, it
both
can't.
because they're relationships that are not physically.
Physically.
No, but I would say
They're
that.
equally as toxic.
No, meaning is toxicity a result, or is it is violence a result of toxicity, or is
I
it
think
a
that's no.
component?
I think it's complicated still
Right,
because
so
I
just-
think like being violent is almost manly. If you get me, or doing things physically is almost viewed as
Well, at least
manly,
in our
which is kind of like toxic masculinity. So you do something
Hypermasculine.
physical instead of talking because of toxicity. I just levels, as Jordan
I'll
said.
accept it. I was going to try a hot take and say women are more toxic than men. But
Well, I feel like in light of everything that has
Don't
been
worry,
it's
dog.
not the right time, and
Yeah,
it
man.
never will be the right
No,
time.
man.
to
That's why
make
I put
a
it
hot
off.
take.
Next episode, we are
Never, not with what has been happening in the news.
yeah, man.
There is not a time for
I'm gonna
that.
run that joke there. L.
Alice said she like me.
She you like them inches. Alice, you selling them inches soon? Wait, you selling inches?
He's trying to mix you up. Don't say yes.
Don't
No.
say just.
They joke about inches. They're talking about penises.
Thank you for explaining
Ali.
the joke, Yannick.
Right? He could have just leave it for people like catch on.
No, man.
That's the fun part.
No, but I feel like that wouldn't be fair. Like the joke did reach far enough for him did start feel bad.
Who?
No, with Ali.
Oh, with Ali?
Yeah.
Cause Ali never have the
I
context.
said,
Yes, never have the
Penises that y'all were talking about. Penile.
Yo,
But Twitter was really crazy this week.
I hope Cartel is okay.
We don't care about Cartel. But outside of that,
I hope that Cartel is okay. I would like some more hits for 2020. Thank you.
DPD, DPP, please hit him with some more time.
Yo, Sash.
Yo, Sash.
No,
Where's
but
that quality
speaking
cut?
of the DP,
Yo, why is Sash going with them hot things?
Yo.
deputy, someone was caught up in a little bit of drama that we're trying to redact quality content.
Yes,
Yo, you can't say what you said, man.
Right, so in redacting the story, I will say that somebody who is affiliated with a public office was
Is it affiliated or hold up a public office?
hold
Okay, I don't know. Sorry.
was
corny.
a victim. I'm trying to be very careful with my words of a burglary attempt, a break-in, and he provided that story or detail to Twitter. In following up, unprompted, he offered additional details on personal activities he was doing in the confines of his adult home.
Not a child home.
That's what I'm like.
Adult home.
This is going good.
that
This is how they report.
To many seemed like oversharing, borderline disgusting, very, very unnecessary to some. And since then, there was an article, 2 articles written,
And a nationwide news
and a
report.
nationwide news
And
report.
apparently it was on some other programs as well. But,
Yikes.
you know,
And-
young people don't listen to these things.
The DPP since has released a statement on a social media policy now governing her office.
Oh, that's what it was?
Yeah. So basically, she was like,
Yikes.
listen, yo, I don't really on social media. I've made this decision years ago. And following on XYZ, we are now putting a policy in place. Because
What's the
people
policy?
do. It was like 2 pages. And it didn't fully detail the policy.
It was
say
just
that we're
going to
ahead
do
put
this.
it. So there will be something. Because I guess if you don't have parameters, then how you just say, so-and-so do wrong or not. So no, we're putting it in place. Because it's subjective. You can be like, yo, it's my personal thing. I can say what I want to say. I didn't quote and be like, yo, I'm a part of so-and-so office, so it shouldn't be connected. So having
Did he
a
have
policy.
that thing in his bio?
No. So I'm saying, no, the policy will say, yo.
Doesn't use his
Only
name.
if you know, you know.
Yeah.
No, I mean the thing more, the views
No,
are not mine or mine.
He never identified
He didn't
himself
have,
as such.
exactly. So, I mean, the policy now will govern that. For me, when I saw the tweet about the break-in, I was like, oh, I feel sad. And then when I saw the follow-up tweet, I was kind of like, lad.
Lad.
But I just kept it moving. I feel like, this is my personal opinion.
Everything Sasha said up to now is her personal opinion.
It
Is it me?
did not.
She's been fairly objective
I
thus
did
far.
not think that there needed to be an article on it. That's all I'm saying. The person is responsible for their actions. I'm not giving them a cop out, but it's also like, just in the same way, I never feel like me want to see it on Twitter. My worst never want to see it on the news. Like, me really never care.
So hold on. Sorry. Because I caught that late one day. Did he, what the article said, he tweeted that what was going on. And no, ain't fault.
Yes, it's his fault, but then also why you have to make a tweet a paper about it? Like why? Right, so I'm saying so both are wrong. But I don't think I don't see why you would need to make an article about that. Like, it was gross. Reading the Loop article, I was like,
I
lad,
agree.
like, what is?
I
think they edited the article,
I didn't.
Afterwards,
Yeah.
you know.
I think there's ways that it can be argued that it is newsworthy, and there's ways that it can be argued that it's not
mean,
newsworthy.
you said-
Mostly, all right. If you saw the police, like, all right, wasn't there an affair where like there was an American politician who was tweeting some stuff about like young girls, or not to say.
Oh,
like,
there's a penis
but,
gate guy.
yeah,
there was that
it was
guy.
tweeting about stuff.
But he wasn't. Yeah. I remember that guy.
And he deleted them, and they put it in the news. We are very much removed from that, and they can look on that and understand why someone in public office kind of doing something like that, as maybe less disgusting as it is kind of
That's
newsworthy,
disgusting.
because people are not just interested in.
Yeah.
That people are, these characters. If the chief of police came on Twitter and talked about him was jacking off or something like that, it is something that is going to make news for better or worse.
True.
You get me? It is unfortunate. I think maybe he underestimated how well known he was for his position. If I go on Twitter and talk about if I was jerking off or whatever,
Fuck you.
it's not gonna make the news.
Oh,
you
you
get
know.
me? It's not gonna make the news.
True.
Protege freelancer.
Notice I'm saying.
I mean, you'd be surprised.
Bro,
No.
I've made more jarring tweets. You get me?
But
Yes.
that's what
Yes.
is sensational. That's what I'm saying. So
Yes.
this is not necessarily okay, jarring or controversial. It's just this it's a slow news day. This is
Right.
exciting.
But it's the
This is
cross. It's the
exciting.
cross
When
section.
them did post it,
But no, but
wasn't
look
it
at the
on
cross
Sunday?
section. Hold on, no.
I don't remember.
How many Jamaicans care about Protege? You can say it's a cross section,
Oh,
but when you contextualize it and say the Vice DPP is on a social media, there is a cross section where somebody who is probably not involved in social media,
Yeah.
but may be aware of.
So
his
everybody
works
know
in
the
office.
DPD,
Like maybe they know you're the DPP, but they have no
DPP.
idea what you're doing on Twitter. But they found out that you were caught online talking about something like this. It then, in an objective argument, necessarily becomes newsworthy to some, because some people may say, why was he speaking about that? And the whole discussion really is that people must take responsibility for what we share on the internet. I agree with Sashani, and I say I think the article was tacky because the article also sought to paint it further into a light to create suspicion about why he was
Doing
jerking
that.
off.
Yeah.
Which I feel is they're trying to assassinate his character.
True.
You get me? So what Sash said, two wrongs don't make a right. I definitely agree. A man in him safe space where him Twitter is him safe space and him
Space though.
But yeah, say
express himself. You know, his friends are very upset, which is I feel like very much understandably so. But yo, bro, me know say, all right, like me in a music position, bro, me come across enough information and things where would I love for tweet and would I know would I get a forward and would I get enough retweets, but you know, say in a industry where you have to hold it.
Right.
Is it me know about certain music video and song we done long time and I could have said, boy, you guys are you know, you have to hold it, dog. And
him could have won it.
that's fucked up.
Yo,
I crossed
Sash.
myself out mouth. You
Sash.
have to play about inches and this is
Sash.
what she comes. This is what she comes.
Sash, you have peaked. That was amazing. But not like that was no dog. No dog. That oh man.
That one there?
No man, I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you.
Go on, Carlos. Go on. Your take.
I mean, I just think
No dog, better than you fuck.
Watch what you post.
It really just unfortunate still.
Very unfortunate. Be careful. Be
Dog,
careful. on social media,
gonna have
guys.
no
Yo, put it
remorse.
this way. I mean, it's tricky still. But what I would say is, yo, I've seen that guy on like news programs and his Twitter name has been there. You see me? Like, you know, like usually when well maybe I'm misremembering, you see me? But I think a lot of people are aware of who he is and his position. You know what I mean? That come like his job comes with a lot of scrutiny. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, you're Yannick and you're a video director or whatever. Like, there's a different level. There's a different level. There's a different level of expectations. You see me? It's like when a man say, "Yo, you're a lawyer. How could you?" Like, society is such that.
Dirty Ras and move on with them day.
Yeah, man. Society is just such that you kind of expect more from people in certain positions.
Yes.
Which is unfair.
And I think, especially with what law is and what people expect from lawyers, like you're supposed to have like a big picture view of everything, and you're kind of supposed to understand. I feel like understanding consequences is a big part of law. You see me?
True.
That's a good
Very
point.
big part.
I feel like
fair.
no,
I think it's fair because it's as I was saying earlier. It's the
no,
same
but
thing
you
with
see
the
the thing
lawless
is
girl.
no, but I would say that all right.
What?
The girl
There's
watching Miss
a
Huey,
difference between
the
what
lawyer
people
girl.
there's a difference between what people expect of you and what's like what it really is. You see
Oh,
me?
yeah.
Like I don't think that like dog. Put it this way: when you grow up, you look up to certain people because those people are supposed to be right and just and blah blah blah. But no, I'm at an age where like me know man we a lawyer and them a tweet about backing them fists.
No, but
You see me? So I feel like there's a difference between what society paints these people as and what they actually are.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I feel like a lot of what painted how it was received is how society views people in that profession. You see me?
Yeah. And
I mean, he could have not tweeted it, but he did. I feel like also it being news is just news in Jamaica. News overall, bro.
News overall.
Because
bro.
I mean, as much as I think it was tasteless, and it was tasteless.
It was
Honestly,
tasteless, but it's gonna happen.
yeah. I think
And we're buying into it, bro. Like if it was a celebrity or a foreigner, bro, and it happened, nobody's gonna flinch. People are gonna look on it and laugh and
but Twitter knows this
I had
though.
the same feeling when before the article. I came out of the scenario with like, no, that's too much. I don't care. So for me, it didn't like. I genuinely felt like him never want to hear that. Me don't want to scroll and I hear boy what fire belly and your dear but them.
but-
And it's like you are bringing in people in the conversation who probably never even noticed. Like you wanted to draw attention to it.
I wouldn't say that. I think people use Twitter in different ways. You see me? I would have probably said like, if I don't know somebody, I say, yo, I can say that he's doing it for attention, but I genuinely think like just based off of what I've seen from how he
No,
tweets,
not that he was doing it for attention.
no, okay.
I
Fair.
mean, like, so he spoke about at one point saying that he was in front of neighbors, etc. Now, those neighbors could and well never even notice because them see them neighbor frantic and them are focused on that. So there was a narrative solely created by you because you alone know what you did do. They may or may not have seen it on him. So like you bringing it up, you're developing all of it like it was a story. You're telling a story that probably nobody never asked you for right, because the neighbor them good and well never know. So why are you saying this? Who cares? You care. You want to say it. It's all you.
Yeah.
You never have to.
I don't know. I feel like, as Yannick said, he probably way underestimated.
And I promise you, if I was broken in, like when my house was broken in, when I was robbed, if my boob they pop up, me they be like, oh, but my boob fell out, and they were looking at my nipple. Like, no.
No, but what I'm saying, like, people just interact with people differently. Like, as I said, like, based off of what I've seen of how...
Transparency is cathartic for some people.
And I think he's one of those people, because him do ramp for talk about certain things on Twitter. You see me?
He's very...
So, I think, like, there needs to be, like, that understanding that, yo, just because I wouldn't do this, don't mean that somebody else doing it is for this specific reason. Dog, I feel sorry for him in a way.
I feel
but at
bad.
the same time, it's like, yo,
it's like...
it's tricky. You know what I mean?
I feel bad because him don't deserve for the story to be spun the way that it is being spun.
Yes.
Because they're trying to spin a narrative about him that was not implied by what he tweeted.
Right.
So
And we
people
don't-
are adding a connotation that is not there about
That's
him.
it.
To me, that in a way now looks to seek to defame him or
right.
put him in a certain light.
Right.
That to me, I think is tacky and
Right.
wrong and messed up.
And without context and understanding of how really social media works and how, as you said, people interact on Twitter, there are certain tweets that are understandable to people who are on Twitter, but take that out of context and put it into a news story.
Yeah, it's a different
makes
thing.
zero sense.
Correct.
And it
point.
paints a completely different picture if you
Right.
don't understand the context, the conversation, and especially
The
if you
nature
you don't understand how people tweet.
the culture. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
I
There's
know
certain
I
things-
said the thing about him tweeting it and saying that from him tweeted, obviously. it
Lean
gone
into the frame,
They've gone
John.
into the area, but at the same time, we can't take into consideration, say, shock too. People just
True.
go to them phone and them just type what them gonna type, them don't process
That's
things.
very true.
You see me?
Yeah, because
So I just I say,
no, but and then
That
somebody
laughable.
no, but and then,
I agree, but laughable.
no, but then
God
somebody
damn it!
but and then
Fucking
somebody,
ran out with a cum on my belly.
but then somebody said
It's
trying
so
to make
gross
light
to
of a
me.
serious situation because it's the same thing. I remember when my mother and I were robbed in Halfway Tree.
Yeah, thump him.
When I tell the story, you know,
It's funny.
it was hilarious as
Yeah,
shit.
but
Can
you
I never fling
stop. But
soup
you
on him?
stop. Where you go? Me never say me go. My man and my man come over. There was a pause between, and that's my issue. Like him done, and people did I say, "Yo, you good?" And they must say, "I'm all right." And police go, and then out of nowhere, just a wildness just come out. Because like how we reach you so.
God damn it!
No,
It's
but
like
fucking
the story
ran
they
out
done.
with the cum
People
on my
were
belly.
people did comforting him. You good? You all right? And he's like, "Yeah, man, I'm good," and whatever. And then it's like,
Yeah,
but
that's-
by the way.
no, but that's what I'm saying. But that's what I'm saying. Out of context tweets are here.
Yeah.
And also, Twitter, like, as you said...
The culture of Twitter is wild.
No,
It
but
is
not what I was
wild.
going to say is that Twitter knows, like, all right, I don't feel like a lot of people on Twitter have picked up on this, but the newspapers are intent, like, if a man, you know when them people that start tweet some, like, if something happen with a woman and a man say, I think that female should stay in the kitchen, and then everybody on Twitter start attack some idiot saying some dumb thing,
It's news now.
bro.
There's a whole
That
article
happened.
about
The
that
next
guy
day-
from
Yeah, the guy
Guild.
from the Guild.
The guy from
The
the Guild.
next,
There's a whole
but the next
article
day
and it's all tweets.
I've literally seen them take somewhere with
Lazy.
some very problematic opinions from Twitter and give them a column just off of that, bro.
I feel like
Like them
hot
say,
take,
yo, you want to
them
write a letter to the
newspaper-
editor? Like I've seen that.
I
The
feel
man
like
them know
lazy.
that.
No, they are, because
Them
all they do
lazy.
is cut and paste tweets and create this fake conversation. And I'm just like, and
Lazy
you're like-
is a strong word.
And I'm just
Them
like,
lazy.
and then my favorite thing, controversial views. The view is not controversial. The man is a fucking idiot. Like that is not a controversial view. It doesn't add anything to the conversation. It does. I'm just like, okay, I understand news you're reporting. What is it? But I'm like, you should be adding value to the conversation.
Yo.
Them nah add nothing.
Me have
Sometimes you
views
just
about
pull tweets
Jamaica,
and
two
just
newspaper them,
article.
but
No,
me
them
go
not
wait
say
till
nothing.
another time.
I was
Them
actually
not
going
But
to.
yo, the point where you added to them actually going to change rules, I think that's a big deal.
I felt bad because for me, I always knew Paula Lewin. Like everybody grew up hearing about Paula.
Does she have a Twitter?
No, but she said it. She said, "Listen, years ago, I made a decision to really just not have to be involved with social media at all." Like she made that decision,
So
and I
you
feel
say they're
like
making rules now about
they're putting up policy
usage and them something.
No, that's a big deal, you know?
And I felt bad because I feel like this lady, I always hear about Paula in court, this. I've never heard her in a cast. And as much as I'm sorry for him because I feel like it was sloppy, I feel bad now that she know have to take time out her day when she feels solve crime. Prosecute people. And I write about this bullshit where you write because you did just wild like dog.
But then she gonna do it. And then but even the way that you realize
it would have taken because he's deputy, it definitely would have taken time when she have to acknowledge
it.
But
she has to
and have a discussion around it with him.
But there are lots of things that I'm seeing. Just social media is wild and it's very warped because there's certain occupations and professions where you're really
not allowed to.
You don't see people talk. Back in the day when you're trying to be those things, you don't realize that those people are real people and they talk about their things. I see doctors tweeting about their patients and sometimes I'm just like
that too. And it's like for me,
and I know that you're saying, "Oh, patient." But sometimes I feel a way about it. But I'm seeing more lawyers pop up, and it's not just young lawyers like my age lawyers. May I say big lawyers, and they're tweeting about certain things, and they're interacting in a different way than anybody is used to.
No, I hate it.
There's certain professions that just certain people that they felt kind of out of reach, so you don't think of them as regular people. I don't know if that's a thing, but no, on social media. It seems.
Can I just say, even if it's not lawyers, etc. Because for me, like I don't mind like little subtweets and something, but I find it very tacky. I will say this: I have coworkers who do it when people are very descriptive about certain things. Like I know it's your personal Twitter, but it kind of make me feel like cringy about it. Like why me need to know that?
So all right. Is it a case where let's try and be objective? Is it a case where we feel like people in these positions? Do we want to say that they are not allowed to be as open as the average bear?
No, because I would have a problem. Like I found the tweet to be for me. The news took it because he was at EPD. Even if he wasn't, I would find it. The newspaper used his position to leverage them articles.
Yeah, because if it wasn't nobody there,
that's true.
I would have disliked
put it this way.
Without him being.
I think if David did make the same tweet and it did reach far enough on Twitter, it would have been a thing. The only thing is with that tweet is like, oh, Ross, he's like an important person.
Yeah.
You see me? Like I don't know if the intent, like if the article started from this guy has this position, he's tweeting about this. Or this brother get robbed and him did a back him fist in the dog. And it's like, oh him work this stuff for real? Drop that in.
Yeah.
You see me? Because I feel like if something happens on Twitter and gets enough reach, it is news. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
because the writers are on Twitter.
Yeah, them just look for people tweets to write story.
Yeah.
Yes. They're lazy. That's why I said they're lazy. Like them still gonna be like, oh, what want to
So it's funny.
No, but even if you do that, add value to the conversation. So it's not just regurgitating the same conversation. Add something. Add something to the story.
I think a big problem here is just how
you gotta have people like what Rochelle said, like people outside of the culture of Twitter, and that's why the lady have to address it because you're gonna have people like somebody over man is like, is that guy on social media talking about these things? And they are gonna come with an argument with that compromises.
So
yeah,
they must say this compromises the office and probably that's why the lady
no.
But it's crazy because when
really
they talk about the context of Twitter, when I really said like I'm gonna detach myself from what I'm saying and me reading it and understanding Twitter, it grows you up for real, But it's like this is just how people communicate on Twitter. It's not like really a big huge thing.
It's not the wildest tweet I've ever seen.
Yeah, exactly.
No, it's
so
not.
it's funny.
But it's the wildest tweet ever see from somebody this year.
All right, so
definitely not.
Second to the Gill boy,
the
Gill boy Javon.
What the Gill boy say?
The Gill boy
describe their
Javon.
feces. Like, come on, bro.
Gill boy. Why you just? My God, I never hear him on the kitchen.
Feces.
Yeah,
people were
it
talking
was about the same conversation and he was very tone deaf. What
did he say?
No, this is Gill boy.
Yeah.
No, Gill boy was about the woman.
Yeah,
about
that's what
the
I'm saying.
murder.
Oh yeah, it was about.
So Gill boy was saying that basically some woman to talk to you when you call them, so that they deserve it.
Yeah. You give them you give them a compliment and instead them just nice and smile and say thumbs them up, let them better than you. And that's disrespectful. And then somebody say, "Is this really what you want to say right now?"
and then they deactivate real quickly.
Man
Yeah.
say him get hacked or some foolishness.
Oh, he lied.
said
He
that?
hacked himself.
Yeah, and then after that he posted an apology. Well,
Fucking
Okay, apology.
liar. And yo, listen.
but
my
I think
thing-
that whole conversation was so cringe. Like,
So cringe.
I'm tired. Like
Like
that-
I am
we just log
genuinely
out of
tired
Twitter,
of this
bro.
conversation.
Yeah.
Like I'm mad that every day,
day is the
every
same
week,
theme, and
every
the same
month,
thing,
every
it's
2
the
months,
same
we're gonna
thing.
just have the same conversation, and
same
it's like we not
thing.
move no further.
Guys, new people are joining the conversation. That's the problem.
I feel like
Well, I guess problem is a
No.
weird word. I think it's good that new people are maybe being educated.
right.
are
Well,
they
they
being
are. But
at
people
whose
are. That
expense?
is true. They're-
No,
you're
I
right.
mean,
the
yo,
people are. Yes.
The thing
Truly,
is,
but not
alright,
enough.
Put it this way.
Not enough.
They don't.
I feel like the
They choose
solutions
to
to
be
these
done.
things have to start from very early in life.
True.
Yes.
A brother that is even 13, I don't want to say him too far gone.
No.
But
He's
bro,
not.
You see me? I feel like, I mean, as much as you say, at whose
I think-
expense and why are we teaching these people? They have to learn somewhere.
But
bro.
like for me, like some of the programs that we grew up with, so Peace Day.
Huh? What
Peace
that?
Day.
What that?
So Peace Day
You know
is a
what the
thing that we
chicken-
always
It's with the blue
with
song.
pals. With
Pals.
pals. I thought you
Peace
meant
out.
like a
Oh, he was
Come
a
on,
parrot. He was a
like
chicken or
a
a
peace.
parrot.
No, I don't know. It was whatever he was.
What was it? A
So
bird?
he was a bird.
I know, but
he was a
not-
type of
they're a
bird.
mascot.
So the
They're
point
birds.
is, like I remember we used to walk. And March and used to be like, we want peace, we want justice, and we used to like have discussions
I
around
feel
that.
like we never do it good.
What you mean?
No, I agree.
No,
like,
but clearly we never do it good. All me member are pals.
No,
Peace
no,
and
no,
love
no,
in
no,
school.
no.
So what
What
does that mean to me?
No, and
Like,
I'm
what
saying that
did
my
I really
primary
learn from
school
that?
there was conflict resolution discussions about that.
Never learned that.
Going to the guidance counselor,
Never learned
how
that.
you escalate and whatnot.
Sash, do you
Yeah, the
have good
guidance
memory?
consent primary
Like as
school?
a person. You,
Like
remember,
I-
you remember when you did born?
Remember when my cousin Stacy sit on Pamabola in a basic school? What you talk about?
No, I'm just saying
Big up
we
Stacey,
don't remember
me love
any
you.
of these
And
things,
I'm
but
saying
you
I
remember them.
do.
No, I'm just
I
asking.
remember that.
no,
I
they did
never had
not
that.
happen in my school.
I did
but
not
I'm
have that. That's what I'm saying. I didn't
Right,
have
so
that.
I'm saying I
I
don't know
remember
if
that.
they still have it. Because even to this day, I know my pal slogan and I know my little catchphrases and whatnot. I don't know if it's still there, but I feel like we need more.
Bluebird.
We need more, like, what you call those
Green and blue.
programs?
Programs.
We call it.
Just
Yes.
programs. You can't just
We
be
Social
need some of those because,
social
like, I remember
enrichment
as
or
I was
something.
saying when I used to do reading club on
Empowerment.
Saturdays, like the pin of them were just even girls were just like them hand nimble, like everything them ready for hits, and I had to be like, no, like, and they're not even thinking about it. Like, yo, I'm hurting somebody. It's literally the first impulse. It's the pinch. Even when they're joking.
It's true.
No, the
Calm
first
down,
instinct.
babes, no.
No, because- and-
So I feel like
It's true.
proper outlets.
Yeah.
I remember when I used to be like that too, just like that, like all the time. Like, but my grandmother was perceptive enough to realize that that was how I show love, like that. Like when I like somebody, I annoy them as a
Really?
little youth, like I pinch them or thump them. No, that was just me as a little
Yeah, yeah.
youth.
No, but
And
that's
like
what
my
them
grandma
teach.
said,
No, but that's what them
if
teach
you
little
like
girls,
somebody or you want to show somebody love, hug them, don't
Oh.
bite them.
Bless grandma,
And
dog.
then it didn't really connect
That-
with
no,
me.
that-
Even as a little youth, it's like man say,
Grandma,
like you said, when you hit and you thump, you hurt people
Yes,
and they
grandma.
feel bad. And like me I say, yo,
Yes.
yo,
Yes.
it never, no, honestly, as a little youth, it never occurred to
Yes,
me.
grandma.
Because me a youth, it's just ramping. We are ramping, we are
Right.
rough house, and you don't realize that everybody not really in that.
Right.
So it's a hug. And like me I say,
But at that them foolishness, them
Oh my
teach little
God.
pitney too.
Listen,
So if
listen.
a boy annoy you, him like, what the hell?
Yeah.
What kind of foolishness is that? But there's lots of things that you see. We are
Okay.
realizing that they are problems,
right.
And we are trying to unlearn them in
Right.
ourselves.
And teach
but the
our kids
people that
different.
really need to
Don't
are the people
know.
that are raising children.
But Rachel,
So we
there
are
pe-
raising children to our age group, but there are certain things there are conversations that we're having that people who have like 5-year-old and 6-year-old children now aren't necessarily having.
No.
I don't think they're necessarily having some of the
No,
conversations.
they're not, 'cause I
in
don't see
order
anything wrong with them.
In order to, teach
Cultivate.
their children
And so,
differently.
Like, that's why when I go around kids, like, I'm very careful of how I talk to kids. Like, I'm very, because, yeah, your mother made their home, I bark at you and I go on, but when you're there around me, very calm. I always praise them. My coworker bring her son, I tell him how he's beautiful, him this, makes him smart. Like, you have to create an environment that is a little softer, like Jamaicans just rough, no blow, wow. And it's like,
true. It's true.
you're my frightened.
No, it's
Yeah, but it's a concert.
I don't think so. Maybe. I feel, alright, maybe I might be wrong.
We might be the
because-
first one of the three.
Yeah, cause our generation's still pretty dark still.
Yeah.
I have to keep remembering that like social media is very much just a fraction of
Right?
Yeah, but and there's a lot of darkness.
And anytime
there
it
as
leak out, you see, dog, people don't know how to act, bro.
Dog. What? Like they lost so much respect for people during this week because
Which people?
like women, like
public
multiple
opinion.
women lost all their lives, and for people to come on social media and say to me that. Say, oh yeah, that's what happened with women when they're in a transactional relationship. I know married women, I know women who've never taken anything from men who have been killed. Or to say, oh well, see, the woman must leave. The girl in St. Elizabeth left and she was murdered. And it's like,
and
And
for
then
me,
proceeded
it's-
to call her father.
and then, but for me, it's like, I hate, and I said this already, people always say when you're talking to men or people about respecting women, like don't talk about their family, but as somebody loved one, like that could have been your sister. That could have been your friend or your classmate. And people, like, they're so far removed, like, yeah, the girl that would take the man things, and it's like, he shot her in
like
the
it's
head
easy.
3 times.
It's like that to me. It just
It's a real person.
it's sad that you have to have the conversation and that's what I'm saying. People are being purposely ignorant because the conversation always happens. It's not something
not
that
just-
people pop up and talk about. It's
no.
something that people talk about every day, and you don't choose to take the time to do the work, to even do like a reading.
just, like,
But you come with your hot takes, like you're bright, like you said something new, and I'm just like,
Even
you
Jenny,
are being
like
ridiculous.
Jenny,
Like
What
even
Jenny
just tough, turbid dunce.
Oh,
Can't stand a bone in her hair.
okay. What did she do?
Because there was it's not the first time she did it because when she spoke to wait a dog.
Not you.
Oh, backtrack. She
What?
spoke to
When you-
Mackerel as an older
Hug
woman.
don't hit.
She spoke to Mackerel and she was like calling Mackerel a prostitute when Mackerel said she take money from man and whatever. And she was, to me, talking down to that little girl.
Yeah,
She's a child. She's a child. I don't care what them all say. Them are 20, them are baby. And so moving from that, when I saw that, I was like, yo, I don't rate this woman. To today, when she's like, basically say, yo, women I get killed. You know what women need to do? They go do some certificate course. The
yeah, I
big
saw
bumper clock lawyer, the man shoot her in her house without putting them in the next room. It's not the... And what are you talking about?
And then because I saw somebody post that, and then they posted a Miss Kitty live video where she was talking about the same situation. But if you hear the conversation, it's completely
Two different because Mrs. have sense.
That's what I was saying. Like the clip that what's her name?
Jenny?
posted. The clip that she posted
Was
when it was
missing.
posted first. I was like, yo. When I saw it, I was like, yo.
Yeah.
I need for here
Everything.
for this. Because I'm like, oh, what she said when she talked about yo, don't boop so the man them and all that. That was what was posted to make it sound like it was a positive thing. So I was
Right.
like, all right, this clip itself. Oh, and then when I heard what she said before, I was like, yo,
Exactly.
you are actually like
Trash.
really ignorant.
Just piece of trash. No, but big gray tone
ignorant,
trash.
bro.
And because Miss Kitty she was talking about it for full 20 minutes. And Miss Kitty made a very, very good point. She says, okay, if all the women in Jamaica that have been abused in whatever way and what kind of bond them gets and whatever kind of situation, if they decided to get up and react the same way that men react to the situation, there would be no men alive in Jamaica. And I was just like, that's not far removed from the fact.
True, it's true.
True.
So she goes, there's more to it than,
A good certificate course.
there's so much.
The girl
there's
was like
a whole-
university graduate.
Anything to me, it's almost like women shouldn't be having to do anything to stop men
because
from
they're not
killing
exactly.
them. Like even if a woman don't like, bro,
Oh, I'm tired.
like
I'm tired.
that's like
No,
I'm
but
like,
it's-
why people trying to keep making these excuses for men killing women,
That's
bro?
what I'm saying. It's like, what more can you do? You tell, don't stay. You leave, then come and kill you. What do you do? You stay.
When you guys have the argument.
And when people report stalkers,
When you-
police don't
Don't do
nothing.
anything
know,
about
when you get-
it.
when-
What do you do?
When we have
Kill
that,
them,
when
clearly.
social media, because I won't say only Twitter, do that men are trash thing, I really feel like because, like the quote unquote big point of men are trash
Right.
gets lost all the time because it's always laid on the
Relationship.
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 Like there is not really going after what is really going on. So no matter what, those people who are uneducated, they don't come with anything. That's what them come with. Oh, woman, for stop with this. I'm like, bro, somebody have a bullet in her head.
Right.
Beyond what you feel. Like,
I had a big discussion about that with somebody because they're like, oh, that's not adding to the conversation. And I say, okay, all right. But let me lay down the facts for you. Jamaica has one of the highest rates of violence against women. There's so many things
in the world.
I'm just like, we are unsafe in our world. And I'm just like, me saying that hurts what? Your ego? Okay, sorry, I apologize. But woman are dead. When you talk to your niggas about that shit.
Meanwhile, while you are too busy feeling bad.
I get it. Okay, I'm sorry for hurting your feelings, but people are dying.
And people who aren't dying are being hurt.
Yo, the kindest thing a man ever do for me, a random man, is when I was in New Kingston, a taxi man did a threaten for stab me because I never want to go in a taxi. And a random youth woman I know from Adams say, yo, dog, Bill, if you're not Bill, me and you getting something. I've never seen this man before, and I never saw him after that. I feel like a part of this discussion is that I know I see more men doing it. It's please, may I beg you, talk to your friends, your brother, your sisters. Like, men are not listening to us. Make me do my think piece and all of my shit on Twitter and Instagram, they must scroll past. If you reason with your friend or your brother, may I bet you, because they do care about how they are viewed by other men. More so than them care about how women
That's what I'm saying.
And that man, him never stop him the kind of like ease off. Mind you, this is all the while I said, dog, Bill. Him not pay me no mind. And by the time the other man rise up, he was like, all right. Him kind of start stepping from the car. So for me, that is what I would like from men. Like, me no want no bullshit post on Twitter. And I don't mean you have to go physically fight them, but like, sometimes call out your friends them, dog. Please.
That's what I'm saying. There's certain conversations that men are not going to listen to women speak about.
Just tell them.
So we can tell you this is happening to me from now till then. It don't matter to you. But somebody else, there's some discussions that women cannot have with men that men can have with men that lead, that give more fruitful, responses, or you'll have that discourse because you're more comfortable. There are certain things that I am experiencing that you will never understand. Sometimes people do not care. That's genuinely it. Because I see people come and say, oh, women this, and I'm just like, what do you mean? Women talk about these things and these experiences every day, but you're not listening because you don't care.
Also, sidebar, if every time we're talking about abuse against women is when you want to talk about abuse against men and how women are treated, you're an asshole. If you want to have a discussion about how women talk to men, because there was that like, women need to talk to men nice or fine. But let's not have that discussion over the body of the woman. No. And this is why I find you men like that to be disingenuous, because you have so many other times you could say.
They never want to talk about it.
But the one day when the news released and say, yo, the man shoot up his wife and stab her up, woman need to talk better to them husband. Talk about it other times. Talk about it now. We can't talk about it today. No. But if the only time you want to talk about the plight of men is when there's a discussion about how women are treated, you're fuckery, and that means that you don't actually care about men, but you just want to silence women and man-wash and mansplain the conversation. And that is fuckery.
Yeah, care about yourself, kings. Love yourself.
Word, I agree.
I'm just tired of this. May I go have this conversation next week? Because we just did have this 2 weeks because
I'm sad and I'm just tired.
No, me definitely feel that way, and feeling that way is not enough. But honestly, me just try to surround myself with like educated men still. And I mean, anytime I see my brethren them I move away, you still say, yo, dog, come on, man, I move past that and them thing. Cause me not really have a lot of people what I call friends who kind of really think like that. Cause if me really see anybody that think like that, I'm gonna be like, dog, yo, come on, bro, like we can't be like that no more. And then thing. Yeah, bro, cause like me not have no friend we hit no woman and them. No, me not depend on that no time at all. You see me, like if you only me not rate that like long before like even like feminism come around and really start. Like man say any man will only have strength for woman, me not rate you. Cause he's a coward. Cause me never if me never yet see a fight a man and me see a fight a woman, you're a coward to me. A baby straight to have dog. When you have some man dog will only get loud up when them
Where's
see
the woman, Lord
And like I
God?
said, dog, he's a coward, bro. Me need to see a fight a dog first before.
But that's most men. Oh God, not that you said that. Oh gosh, me
No
just
man
remember-
have baby
No,
said
me
that.
just remember you carnival one year and it just cracked me up.
When what happened? When the girl beat up the guy? When him jump out, when
I knew that to fight this guy. Oh, no,
Go
I'm sure
again.
they tell that story.
That happened already.
Oh God, that's why I don't go to you carnival anymore. So, with the from one of the truck them, and David was there. Me, I'm talking like everybody knows.
These people were there.
We did there, and this guy kept him come round to me. And I dance with my friend them, and I said no, I'm not dancing, and him gone about in business. My dance and having kiki fine. Him come back again the second time. I say.
No, babe.
No, not dancing with you. Him gone again. Then him come back the third time. And me say, no. And then him start get
angry.
So like David came and I was just like, yo, if I have to fight, you go back me.
Ah!
I literally looked at him and he was just like, because David had no idea what was going on. Because he did a run round, he wasn't even on the truck with us. So I looked, I'm like, if me have to fight, you go back me. And him said,
then the must?
Yeah, but you don't know where I'm going. So we're still there, you know. The guy comes the fourth time. And yo, me sure said the whole bus stop. Like everybody literally turned around because me race him up, you know, and him ready for cuss me, you know.
Really?
So this other guy's there holding me back, and I'm jumping on the guy, and him end up getting kicked off the bus. Like the whole everybody was just like, yo, what you, you know, a long time she had talked to him, and like, yo,
that was nice.
Guys were like gathering around us, and David is still like,
David,
he was trying to drag me back, and man, I shout after him, and as me and Daniela is the only person guy could have shout after. Like, I'm ready for cuss she and I cuss me, you know.
What?
And him, man there, and him never have no mouth for them. And him end up getting kicked off the thing, and I say, yo, why? Like, it was so unnecessary. I say, you were having quite fun over there, so nobody was troubling you. Why you take step from me and why a woman alone you have mouth for? And I'm just, it was just, I say, just remind me about this now, lad.
Terrible. Terrible. Any niggas listening to Late Night Par, just leave the women alone. You know, sure about something I get bun, leave them alone.
Man, them, have one solution. Have one solution for you, Zine. Make a list. We call them just look nice. Where you see them and say, yo, she look nice. And don't talk to her. Just make a list. Say, yo, them look nice. She look good.
You know, Miss Kitty said that time she goes, men, if you are weak out, left the woman thing. I take up church, I got an pamphlet. She said, left the woman thing.
Bro, just leave them alone, bro. It's easy. Trust me. Enough woman them out. Enough. You will find the
Variety
one.
is the spice of
If
life.
you
They love you.
consecutively leave them alone, you will
When
find.
come your way, right?
Just
girl
one will
is
come your
other.
way and things say interesting, and all you have to do, I just treat her nice.
Right.
Leave the woman them alone, brother. She give you a bun, make her go on, or bun her back. Bun her back. It's always
Cheer
that.
it up.
This reminds me of that Hot Wax episode.
Brother, just
Oh,
make
God.
it one, bro.
Leave them alone, bro.
And you leave your picnic them out. For what? Just
Gonna
leave
lift
them
it-
alone.
gonna lift the
bro.
them
You're not the first in the vagina.
You know who the
You
berry
all
is?
have to be the last in the
Jesus,
vagina.
my son. Knock on wood.
Simple concept.
Knock on wood. The one
What?
supplement boys on him snickering.
Is the vagina.
Can't go wearing a very culture shirt.
Christmas
You have to
shirt.
watch the episode to see.
Christmas, you see me?
Holiday.
Big up Mumba.
Why?
Just cause you said a
What
come on
Mumba
and
Mumba have to do
came
it?
in.
What Mumba have to do it very culture or Christmas?
What Mumba have to do with you?
You hurtful, you know?
Mumba for go.
He is going.
Not here.
Edit that out. You can't talk about Mumba like that.
We miss you.
Why not?
I miss Mumba.
You hear that, Mumba?
Yeah, I wonder if Mumba ever listen to the episode.
He
No,
does.
it's true.
Late.
Mumba come into the group and be like, yo, you guys were right. About what? Oh, the episode
Oh, yeah. Bless his heart.
in March.
He's living his best life.
You
and
mean
he
4
can wear
months
out the
ago?
shoes and them nastiness there. And them something remember there for
You see why people don't tell no stories?
I don't know. Oh, 19 minutes so we're in a fast road.
Lightning mode.
Lightning roll mode. Shaggy say Rihanna tell him for audition, but Rihanna said she never tell him for audition. Him that beg apply for her album.
Yo, first of all, from me see that, me just
Nobody
know
Shaggy said that?
people
In a
don't
interview.
understand how things work.
I don't
and
understand
love
the
to
music
talk
industry.
about things like they know how things work.
I don't understand the music industry.
It's a
so no.
yes, so you don't say
I don't
anything.
say a word. I
You
don't say
don't
nothing.
understand the music industry, so you say that and say, boy, that kind of fuck up.
But
you
I know where
don't,
it is
you don't
the
jump
issue.
in and
I
say,
think
yo,
it's-
Rihanna disrespectful.
I
Shaggy
know
is
where
this and Shaggy, like, bro.
Shaggy
yes,
not a
Shaggy.
star.
First of all,
But either way, I didn't see the issue.
hot take.
I didn't see
What
the
the bumbo clock Shaggy had up on a Rihanna album, bro?
It's a
In
reggae album.
2020,
It's a
like,
reggae
no,
album.
like, the man is a legend.
It's a
The
reggae
last album when Shaggy do, how it sting. Bro.
So
No,
Bro.
it's not that. Because Barry
So-
would have go on it though.
No, me no want hear. Me no want hear Barry Salmon on a Rihanna album.
So when to sing,
It's not a, it's a I'm sure it's a dancehall
It's a reggae
album,
song.
but you know say
Them don't
foreign
know,
people
yeah,
don't
yeah,
know that
yeah,
reggae
yeah,
and
yeah,
dancehall
yeah,
are
yeah.
two different things.
Alright, so
Bro.
we don't say popcorn.
I was so confused that people were up in
That's
arms over Shaggy. If I did
Spice.
popcorn, would I more understand more with the times?
But he
Him
would
would
have
actually
actually
fit
audition.
in.
But wouldn't he still have
It's
to
not-
No, she said she never tell nobody for audition.
But bro, even
No, but
anybody
I-
who in the
it's not-
music knows that the audition thing are fuck. Like obviously that's not what happened, and
it's
even
not
from
an
what her
audition
camp
in
said.
that way.
Yeah,
It's
and
not
from
like-
what
it's
her
not
camp
like-
said,
it's
it
It's
not
was
not like
It's
supposed-
American Idol.
Yeah, it means you
But that's not what I
submit.
imagined.
You
I
submit
imagined
a
some-
track.
Yeah.
Like you're gonna be approached by somebody from the camp. They're gonna say, "Yo, we're doing some stuff for."
Drop
Red
a
That's what I
vocals on
imagined it
this.
to be. I didn't imagine American Idol.
Yeah.
The people thought she want him dancing from time.
Yeah, yeah.
So
They
yo,
say,
Yannick, what would be the typical process?
The typical process.
Just.
The reason why.
Well, it depends on what part of the album this is as
Alright,
well.
Let me go quick. This is probably just coming out. This probably happened a long time ago. So I'm gonna try and speak about this as quickly as possible. The reason I know about these things is because I work in the music industry. I'm just contextualizing. I'm just contextualizing why I can say I know this.
Unlike
So what is
some
gonna
people-
happen is you're gonna get an email from a label representative. They're gonna say Rihanna is working on X and Y album.
Or we
These are
transfer.
and these are some of the people we have on the project.
Yeah, yeah.
Would you like to submit a demo that we can consider for the album?
Yeah.
Right? And that is how it's gonna go. So
So is that a demo will be one of your songs?
Yeah.
Them don't usually like send you like a couple songs and ask you.
they may send you some beats. They may
Yeah, and just ask for drop a verse.
Yeah, and they can send you some blank templates and you add a verse or whatever. Exactly. So when you do that now,
Teach us.
it's not really a guarantee that you're gonna be selected.
Yeah.
Of course.
It's more like they're just gonna take the
And see
song
how
as,
it fits.
as a consideration, and so it is not Rihanna on the phone with Shaggy and say, "Yo, Shaggy, sing a song." It's not that. And like people need to understand
Like Bobby Schroeder, Epic
people
Office.
need to understand
come in
that
and she come in
dancehall's
well, and
influence
this, with a
does
well
not
next
necessarily
door.
correlate to dancehall and reggae's number performance, which I'd like everybody to know that dancehall's and reggae's album and single sale performance is piss poor. It's
Yep.
not good. The best performers in the genre are not outperforming some of the C-list celebrities. Like, bro, the number one reggae album that is not budging is Bob Marley. And he is not moving. Bro, like he is dead. So reggae albums are not they're barely doing gold.
Yes.
So meaning when an album now, Rihanna is not operating in a vacuum. She cannot make these decisions on her own. She gets an advance and the album must be designed in a way that it performs to recoup a certain amount of money and then make a profit. Rihanna has not made an album in like what, 3 years?
No
You
longer
get
than
me?
that.
Ask Kai know.
And she's going into
Jordan
a
Note,
genre,
yeah.
into a genre that does not perform well in terms of sales.
So you say the stakes is high.
So the stakes are high.
Is
so they
high.
cannot
The
just-
stakes is high.
They cannot just do everything willy-nilly.
Bro, me just can't believe the man never.
They're going to be looking
Bro.
and
And it is with all of those things happening, it is not unreasonable for Shaggy to say, boy, you know, something I don't really feel like that. And it's not a diss to anybody.
But they never said that is not
Yeah,
what
but
happened,
question.
so somebody I tell lie.
No, that was my question. Like, hold on. Where this come from? Like, where did it come from?
like
It's said allegedly
A complex article.
because Shaggy allegedly gave that feedback in an interview with Complex. But then Rihanna team come back and I said no, them never even want him. I
But,
reach out.
bro, I feel like my bad still. I feel like I should have read or watched or whatever. Cause yo, people on the internet have enough fucking Chinese telephone play on the
Right?
internet here, dog.
weird.
Because I feel like if I were to watch the interview, first of all, the way how Shaggy speaks is them man they not twang. It's very weird. Like him twang, but him do twang. You see me? So imagine an American watching the Shaggy interview and they're in Shaggy saying, boy, you know, so them tell me for audition and we never depend that, so I just move on. And they must say, oh, Shaggy was offended. And when Shaggy just say, oh, I didn't really want to do that, so I moved on.
Yeah.
You see me? So I feel
True.
like Shaggy couldn't even give a fuck, bro.
Probably.
Because Shaggy, the man been doing this, bro.
Exactly.
And I feel like Shaggy would also understand, as much as he's one of the most successful dancer artists ever, blah, blah, blah. It's within the realm of reason that, you know, maybe 50-year-old Shaggy don't fit on a contemporary and an album.
Shaggy have
That's
a
fine.
rough.
It's fine. I think it's fine. I don't think anybody.
I don't think anybody was really mad except the
Twitter was mad.
Twitter closed.
Yo,
Fans.
Yo, fans, bro. Fans are
Them
the
just
Why
really
they
want
just
something
wild?
said. Like them, they
People
just.
like,
I think they just wanted something to say.
Yo, you know the foot, yo, Maria,
the funny
Jamaicans, you
thing
know.
is, yo, you think local artists not behave so too? Local artists do it. Local artists on the major labels, they send emails, not personal email to other people. Some white man I send some email and said, do you have any ideas for the album?
Hey, Popcorn.
So don't think it's just foreigners just had the, trust me.
Yo, I rate it still. The man them say, yo, I want team, you know. I remember when Shaggy win the Grammy, you know. Yeah. And everybody say, yo, Shaggy enough for win that. Them man, they are washed up artists.
Yeah.
But no, how could you?
Exactly right.
How could you do that, Rihanna?
Right.
I rate it
That
still.
They
they
just
remember
want
that.
something to
Alright,
say.
yo, so Yannick, you did make a thing about how you can't tweet about things when you know we're done and them something there. So who the pan Rihanna album, dog?
Oh, I mean, I have guesses that. I mean, I can share my speculation because
No, we don't want to speculate.
Me want
We
hear.
want things with Neil, Doug.
Give me
We
the
want the trap number.
I
We
don't-
want the producer.
I don't know anything nailed down. I don't
Alright,
know anything
speculate,
nailed
speculate.
down.
All of we can speculate. So we
I
don't
said,
want
there-
that.
there is a photo that is on, I think it's on Steven's profile with a,
McGregor?
McGregor?
How about Steven after the on it, bro?
with a
you know
large
WhatsApp
number of
Steven
producers.
never answered
Alright,
And they
Steven.
Me DM him and ask him
What
for
up,
the
brother?
song.
Done well.
Dupes.
Done
well on it?
Yeah, I think done. I
Them
think
probably
this is my
co-produced.
speculation.
That
So
would
this
make
is
sense.
Yeah, so all of them had a celebratory photo, and
Yeah,
I feel
yeah, I
like
remember that.
That is from probably the results of maybe their writing camp or something. So I feel like all those producers are on the album.
Remember, guys, writing don't necessarily.
Writing don't necessarily mean actually writing.
Yeah.
The bar of info
Let me
section
just say
said.
that this is my speculation based on information that exists.
Yeah,
in
I
the
hope,
public domain.
like Chris step on it and them, man. That would be dope.
Chris-
One young producer.
That we interviewed at VeryCulture.com.
Yeah. plug. I want him.
Beep and beep. How much time we have left?
No, that.
10 minutes.
10. Oh, you
Next
know.
topic.
No.
I just
What
have
else
it in
was
my
on
head.
the lightning fast part. He cleared it out. So I
Mix
can-
it.
No, we didn't. We'll
He
have
cleared it.
the thing about Vanessa Hudgens.
Oh my
Oh.
God.
What happened to Vanessa Hudgens?
Oh, you didn't want to talk about Mexit.
Mix it.
Are you calling
Oh,
it Mexit,
Mexit.
you know?
I was telling you I never want to talk about it.
So, yo, look
you
here
said
now, man.
add it to the
You said
Look here
how-
now, man. Yo, you know, you love bust that style, yeah, and I realize.
You said to give you suggestions. I was just throwing out stuff. I more want to talk about Vanessa.
All right, talk
Okay.
about Vanessa Bling.
So Vanessa and her man broke up
Cartel.
after 9
Justin
years.
Butler.
Vanessa Bling and Cartel broke up.
Yes. But Vanessa Hudgens and her man from...
Which is not
Carrie
Zac
Diaries.
Efron. I swear Zac Efron was her boo,
So they
bro.
broke up after
Butler.
9 years. And Jamaican Twitter...
First of all, it wasn't a Jamaican that tweeted it. Interesting.
It wasn't.
One of the Jamaican Twitter people then tweeted. Me
Oh,
no
but
one
no-
call him name because I not give him the airplay. But...
No, to she are going from there is a good thing.
So my point is people are like, oh, why all come here break up after 1 year? Something
9
years. What wrong with it? What wrong with you? Something must wrong. And it's like, it's okay to move on, guys.
No, it's not.
I know we've been told that we must stay and fight in things that don't work out, but you can.
Okay, no, man.
And it doesn't mean the person is a failure or the relationship is a failure. It's just move on.
Yeah, like I understand that people date and are together with the intention of marriage. I guess I understand that, but you haven't lost anything. If it was.
No, but
But did you not enjoy? That's
you
what I'm
had
saying.
the mic and you loved the mic. You had great things. So why?
Hold on. If you bake a cake and you mix you go scoop them. No, you go work. You get your little paycheck. You say, yeah, man, look for your recipe. You buy your ingredient them. You buy your ingredient them. You mix up the ingredient them. You see me? And you go so bam. Put in the oven, mad. And you take it out and it drop.
That's not the same thing.
It drop flat and it just it goes
That's not the same thing.
How is it not the same thing?
So imagine that you have a big cake.
No, hold on. No, but I'm not done.
That's not like a one night stand and the girl not fucking good.
How
We're
is
talking
that
about a relationship. That's a relationship.
Which one night stand?
No, that's a relationship. So it's not the cake.
Oh, the cake
made the cake. So you've had the cake and every year you
Nothing at the cake.
every day you eat piece of the cake. And the
run
cake.
out.
But you never done with the cake.
You love the cake and you have the cake.
Look here,
and
no,
you
man.
eat the cake every
No.
day. Every day.
Alright, hold on,
And then
hold-
one day, listen now. So
Yes.
your thing sounds too
say,
fast.
I
though.
don't finish.
Yes, no, but I'm saying your analogy makes it sound too like it's literally instantaneous.
No,
You
but-
had time.
Who said it was
And
instantaneous?
you didn't express
How
any
long your
joy.
cake have been?
You
Hold on, can
wait,
I?
no.
Oh no, I don't. If you let me finish my
But
analogy,
your
it would make
scenario sound
perfect
like you never
sense.
got any joy from
No, but-
baking the cake, so you enjoyed it. So while you're baking, you
Hold
didn't
on.
enjoy it.
Rochelle said that people date to marry. Marrying is eating the
But
cake.
you never just books. You're not
No, but you went through the process of
But
acquiring
was there not
and
enjoyment in between? That's
yeah,
what
but you
I'm
never
asking.
eat
So
the
why
cake.
did all you look at is the fact that you never make it?
Stop. Parallel relationship.
Tip with food.
Exactly.
I'm done.
Conversation.
Bro.
You might make the cake and the cake drop. Congo never say, oh, man, they love the cake. I made the cake, love each other. I made the
Bro.
cake on Christmas dinners together.
Ew.
I made the cake.
Sash.
And I hate when people do
That cake is definitely a Christmas cake.
First of all, Jesus Christ. Yo.
So it was nice.
Yo, Sash.
It was nice.
Sash, the mic is not in the camera, okay? And second of all, my comment was purely tongue in cheek. I don't know why you're attacking me.
I'm not attacking you, but
And also in the context of Rochelle's statement, which is that people date to marry. Some people.
No, that's what I did.
No, but what I'm saying is that people that do that when they put in all of this investment and it fuck up before they marry, yeah, they might go look on that way. Mike, oh my God, Mike.
And when you
okay.
and Tom break up, all you can look upon is a cake drop. Then you were in that relationship. You were experienced.
so.
We had an experience together. For me, and I hate when people do it. You and the woman or man, as they break up, lad, all you look at is the breakup. One to the good memories,
No,
one
but-
to the jokes, one to the music, one to share.
All right. I
Like
feel-
all you're focused on is that one terrible thing.
No, but I think that
why is it a terrible thing?
No, for them it is. But yours was
what if the relationship is not necessarily viewed as just a line, but is more of a circle?
Right.
But suppose some of the process is an investment. Maybe you're looking for a life partner.
Yeah.
And you're not really looking for
Bro.
somebody who's gonna really leave you, and you want to settle. Don't get me wrong. You know,
No, I agree with you.
I'm actually with Sashania's opinion, but I'm seeing it the other way.
That's literally what I was
That's not what you were saying. You're like,
No,
boy,
but that-
if it don't work out, then you just.
No, but that's
The
what I was
cake-
saying.
The cake for him is the investment. Some
Yes.
people are.
So
some
you
people-
invest time just
So
because,
even
and some
the
people
process
enjoy
of
the process of
investment-
baking.
The process of the investment is something that they enjoy, but
Right,
they
but-
were not able to reap the rewards.
But I think
of
my
their
issue is in
investment.
the same way Kangwa, and this is not a Kangwa thing, in the same
So
way
why
Kangwa
you-
just
so why you
spoke
saying
about the
so?
hard work and the failure, a lot of times when people talk about relationships, that's all they talk about. And I think that is unfair.
I don't think it's
not just
unfair.
the hard work and the failure. There were good things. And it shouldn't be when we're hurt, is that's all you can hold on to. That's all.
No, but I
That's
think
all
that
you can hold on to.
No, but
I don't think.
Like
I
I
don't.
have exes where dog, me not gonna hail them a road, but me can look and be like, they were good time. Me not gonna be like, lad, me meet him and then me broke up and me hate him. It's terrible.
No, I get what you're saying, some people should be able to acknowledge that the relationship, but regardless of it ending, was good time spent with somebody who I loved at the time. But I still don't think it is unreasonable to be disappointed.
Disappointed to view it as a failure and view yourself as a failure is what I have an issue.
I don't think it has to be. I don't think to be disappointed has to be at that extreme.
There are
where
people
you
who feel like failures when their relationship fails, and that is what fuck up them because they feel like they never meet nobody else, and it's like
but dog, everybody want different things.
I remember it's time.
People and life.
Everybody have the time to build again, in the way that.
Dog, if we approach relationships different, half of the heartache and pain what we have, we would have never have. If we approach relationships and our interactions with our partners differently, it would have been a different ball game.
It sounds like you have a level of emotional intelligence that most people do not have.
Yo, we're not getting into this discussion,
No, we're going to have it again.
Ignorant for me right now.
I'm not.
I'm just saying, like, I speaking of somebody who's been in relationships before.
Come on, toxic trauma.
Tell us.
Bring him into the fold.
Yeah, isn't it?
No, don't cry on camera.
I'm trying to get fast. The time thing, like Magatelli says, a real thing. Like, say, whatever happened in a relationship, say, you put in time, you put in work. You start view this person as somebody in your life. No, even the happy time them you're talking about, you're going to look at them and say, Jano, and that make your vex worse.
Yes. But that can't be all there is.
But again, Maga say is a level of emotional intelligence. Most people.
And I think that is what
I don't think it's like pettiness to feel away.
It is pettiness to simmer in it. For me, I will tell you.
If you are just human.
I hear there are people who every relationship them ever go to you talk about it's like Rachel. Rachel has dated multiple people. You never hear to sit down with me and say, Tom a trash, this a trash, this a trash. No, like it hinders you from moving on and progressing. You cannot just hold on like all your views and negatives.
No, but my thing is
it's all toxic. But everything that failed, some things fail for the better. You move on to somebody else.
Everything is terrible, by the way.
Because that is the rhetoric that has come out of the discussion.
That is a rhetoric.
A rhetoric.
I don't feel like that was a rhetoric.
I've seen that. So you always critique. There is
a rhetoric that you have some people that once a relationship end, the person a pussy hole. That's not a lie.
No, and it's the most terrible thing. No.
Yeah. Okay. Like them automatically the relationship done, you're fuckery.
No, but that is exactly my fundamental point. Why is it a waste of time? Like for some people, it was 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, however long. Why is it a waste of time? What else would you have been doing?
Why is it a waste of time?
Because some people are looking for a permanent person.
Nothing else never matter?
It did.
Bro, it's not that nothing matters, but you did do this thing with a goal. It's like you got.
It's like everybody have time to start.
Bro, it's like you go high school for 5 years and you don't graduate. Yes, you enjoy all that, but you never get your degree.
Yeah, and you still learn. You still learn. But you're not on a degree.
You still feel up Keisha around. So I don't know. But yeah, so man, I say, you invested time. The time wasn't shit.
Yeah.
But you didn't want something more.
You left with an education, but you're left without a qualification.
Okay, alright.
It's just
mad.
Alright.
Mad. And you could have dealt with somebody who never left you. You could have invested time in something.
I feel like the obsession with longevity and we have to deal with somebody for forever is a part of what fucks up our relationships. I will say that. Like certain relationship is 3 months and it done him a lot of just 3 months. It was 3 beautiful months. So take it and go on.
Emotional intelligence.
Sasha, definitely I bring a hot take to the table when I really see women bring still.
They really. And my thing is, you are.
Rachel too woke anyway.
Continue. No, but we put those things on other people. Right. So we have out of context, we have no idea what is going on in that relationship. But all of a sudden, here we come with our comments. She didn't get a ring. Why are you projecting all of that? We don't know.
She probably was happy until the last day. She was the happiest of her life.
Both of them could have fine. They could be fine. They're okay, moving along with
their life. So that's my issue. is like when we have these ideals and then we project it onto people and then pick at them and be like,
Oh,
they could have
projecting
been
is
very,
a
very
big one.
happy.
That is what
And then
they're
when you
doing.
also hold it and when your man give bun when you're not happy, you say because I have to make it long. So focus on the 2 weeks when we did happy together and then don't force it to be long. Take it 2 weeks.
How much people wanna know? Say, oh, you know, you're amongst them as friends, and the relationship done, and you don't have anything
Not
good for say.
enough.
No one said they have nothing good for say.
Enough.
You get
Don't
me?
have
And you were
nothing.
there like.
But
Yo,
what's
I mean,
happening?
there was some.
Exactly.
No, you were there like.
There must have been something.
But hold, why
So
you
that
sit down so long?
And
and
I'm
no
not
good
even saying you
times,
have to
then
worship
it's
your
up.
ex, you know, and like try be them friend. I'm just saying
Oh, still
when we're
cute.
looking at relationships, stop focus on the length of time and focus on the experience, what you get from it. No, if it's somebody we talk to you for like chat for the whole of your time together and it's the worst time, then it's fine. But if you need to have good times and they just say want to grow to each other or when the career is moving to the other part or see attracted to somebody or you, then it is what it is.
On investing on yourself emotionally.
Right?
I mean, I agree with Sash still, because I mean,
Eat some of the cake batter before you put it in the oven.
I'm good
So when
with
it drop, you
all
know
of my
vex.
exes. And I never really regret there with none of them except one.
Always that one.
Like I'm not
It's
friends with my ex,
fault.
but you'll never see me sit down and bun bad
fuck.
tangle.
You know, so I kind of erase that from my memory still.
And where can go
I'm
on?
not lying.
It never really happened.
From a bad me up for there with somebody.
Bad you up?
Yeah.
And you listen, and you take
And
man
I
up.
listen. I did.
Oh my God, it's so long you know him?
Yo, man,
do you
them,
mean?
my side. Yo, you don't know this was a late night par. Thanks for listening. Season 6, episode 1.
It's just 2020. I just want everybody to know that, you know, you probably, if you're a new listener to Late Night Par, you're wondering.
Late Night Par.
You know, it's just like season 5, season 6.
6.
We started from season 1, but there was no video for our new listeners. So in the off weeks now, we'll be uploading some of the earlier seasons from season
really?
1.
They're very
We're
hilarious.
gonna upload them. There won't be any video. There'll still be something on the YouTube channel with a placeholder photo, but we still want you guys, for who may just like to listen, to probably understand some of the older episodes, and we have had some really wonderful guests that maybe our new listeners haven't had the opinion to listen
No,
to.
we didn't have enough
So
stars.
if you see like a
Before they were
season 1
stars.
It's
kind
not
of
an
pop
error.
up in your feed, it's not an error.
Yeah.
We're just reintroducing those stuff because we moved from SoundCloud and we're at a new home. So that was just like one 2020 surprise update that I wanted to
Yo,
you
me
guys.
never know either still, you see me? So,
I've been saying this to Kango from a long time. But
yeah, but you never know where I'm going to do it now.
perfect timing.
Anyway.
But yeah, that is a late night bar.
Big up Very Culture.
Big up Very Culture. Big up CoWork. Thank you so much.
Big up CoWork.
Thanks for the
CoWork.
small BRAF info section that's here.
Yeah, man.
You know, we didn't
But out
have
here
Travis
still
with us
late,
here.
bird.
Toxic
Ali.
tall, man.
Happy belated birthday,
Happy belated birthday to Travis, to the supplement boss himself. You know what I mean?
Capricorn Kings.
Yeah, so. Yeah, man, so you
it's a
know where to
Capricorn
find
sign,
us.
though.
It's at Late Night Par on
think it's-
Twitter.
aren't
You
you
don't
both
know,
know that
tweet
it's
us.
Ram.
Tweet
Or
any of
Rams. I
us.
knew you were something with
It's
horns.
at the Late Night Par
I knew
on
you were something
IG.
with horns.
And you don't know, it's veryculture.com/the Late Night Par to check in with us. And we're always glad to have you with us. So you don't
Late
know.
night.
This is
Late nights, never shake right.
I
Cause
get them
them
always
shape
right.
Stop the tape. Cut. Cut.